Hey, back over here working on this 1951 Farmall Super A. I cleaned the block up the other day and installed the sleeves. Uh, just dry fit. Didn't put the O-rings in there just to make sure the spigots were sticking up where they're supposed to be on the block. I'm going to measure them now again since I didn't get it filmed the other day. So all you're going to do is take a caliper, go to the edge of the cylinder there, measure the depth. We're at about 10 thousandths on that one. 5 thousandths on that one. 6 thousandths on that one. 6 thousandths. And 10 thousandths on that one. 10's good. 5 to 10 thousandths. You need them sticking up over the block a little bit. If you don't, then the head gasket ain't going to hold them in place and they're going to walk around. Now the N2 on number 1 and number 4, I had to take a block of wood and tap them in there with a hammer to get them to seat fully because those two were up. Number 1 was up over the top 40 thousandths, and number 4 was up like 110 thousandths over when I just sat them in there. So you just remember to clean all the carbon out of the counter bore there and clean up on the bottom of the block there. We had a lot of corrosion built up on the bottom. I just sprayed it down with brake clean, scrubbed it a little bit with a brush and vacuumed it out. And all I got to do now is pull the sleeves back out and install the O-rings. And I'll use, I didn't bring the O-ring lube, so I can use a little bit of dishwashing detergent on there, like Dawn or Joy or whatever. You really don't want to use any petroleum products on the O-rings. It makes them swell up. So just use dish detergent, works good. All right. And I'll have to go back over fitting the damn rings and the pistons again since both videos I did of those didn't load or for whatever reason. I don't know. I think the data was corrupted or something on one of them, and the other one only recorded like three minutes. And for whatever reason, I ran back through the video again, and I know on my phone the second one was 15 minutes long. First one was like 30, and first one with data was corrupted. The second one, don't know why it only loaded 3 minutes, but it did. All right, let me get these out of here. I'm just going to mark these with what hole we're in. Remember, that's walking back 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 1, just going to write a bunch of 1s on here. I need a little rag there. My pen ain't writing on there. I think I oiled these the other day. Okay, so I just had to knock these two sleeves back out of place, the two that were really tight. Just gave them a tap with a block of wood and a hammer, it popped right out. Then we're gonna go over refitting the pistons again. And we'll put the O-rings in and tap them back down into place. Get all my pistons and stuff out so we can set these rings up and get my feeler gauges. Okay, here's your rings. Fitting into the cylinders. I've already installed oil rings on this thing once, so I'm not taking them back off. Oil rings, I think these came out to about 30 thousandths end gap. A couple of things you're going to want to check here. I don't know if I went over this in another video or not. Ring groove depth, just stick your ring down in there. And it should not be sticking up over the ring land. Let me see if I can measure this to give you a measurement for it. If it's sticking up outside the ring groove, they're the wrong rings. The thing will stick, seize up, and torch the damn sleeve. Yeah, it's a good 25 thousandths on there. The other thing, you're going to want to check your actual ring to land clearance with the feeler gauge. Should be about 1.5, 2 thousandths at least. All you're going to do with that is take the smallest one you got. That's a 3 thousandths right there. And it's too big. But I can tell you right now, that's about 1.5 thousandths clearance right there. Now with the new ring, I check them on everything, but especially on something that's used, if you got too much clearance in here, you're going to get ring flutter, which is just the ring moving up and down in the land. On a used one, your biggest thing's going to be carbon stuck in there. You need to take a ring groove cleaner and just cut the carbon out of it. And it's just a tool with a hardened tip on it. Looks like a big pair of pliers. You just stick it in there and rotate it around the piston. And that's really it for that. You just do it for all rings. And then your clearances for your gaps. You're just going to set the rings down inside the sleeve here. Use your piston for a squaring tool. Stick them down in there. And then check the gap with a feeler gauge. Like I said before, most of these things should be 3 to 4 thousandths per inch of bore. So this is a 3-inch bore. And that's 16 right there. 16's perfect. And you're just going to check all of them with that. Now, if they're too tight, you're going to need to file the ends here with a ring file. You can do it with a regular file, but a ring file is preferable. That way you can get it square. Because what will happen if they're too tight when it gets hot, up here at the top of the ring is where they'll butt. and you'll take them apart. And if you ever see a little shiny spot right there on the end of the ring, on the inside, they've been buttoned, meaning they've been touching each other, and they shouldn't be. That's why you have ring out. And then you're going to do all of them. They should all be the same. Just square it up. Square it up there. Check them. That one's a little bit more. That one's probably 17, which is good. I know it should be like probably 12 is what it comes out to, but a little bit more ain't gonna kill it. Yep. So we're all good on those. Remember to clean these things really good before you put them in there. Get the swarf out of them. And clean your block really good. Clean your O-ring grooves especially good. Use a pick, use a wire wheel. Get them just as clean as could be. These things were pretty rusty inside there. I used a wire wheel and cleaned them out real good, so they should fit right in there. You just do all your rings same way. If you got one that's tight, pile it down. A little bit of time. Don't be taking off that much metal at once. That's about it for that. Now I'm going to stick these O-rings in here and then put the sleeves in, tap them down. Okay, I'm just knocking the sleeves in there. I just did number 3. Moved up ready to go. I'm going to do number 2 now. I want to line it up. Get it started in the bottom there, give it a little twist. And I'm just going to use this block of wood to tap it in place. That's it. Then you're just going to measure the top here again. Make sure your top's right. And I'll measure those as soon as I put all the rest of them in there. I'm going to put in number 4 now. I've already lubed the O-rings once. This is number 4. Just line it up, give it a little twist, make sure it's moving around the O-ring there. That's it, you heard it, bottom out. And let's do number 1. and let's check it. It's a little bit chilly out here this morning. Not too bad, but it is what it is. Need to put my eyes on, I can't see anymore. Yeah, we're about 8 thousandths. Six thousandths. Seven thousandths. Eight thousandths. That's good. Now, when you bolt the head gasket down, it's going to push these things in completely all the way. They're pretty good right now. What you're really looking for is you don't want them when you dry fit them. Before you put the O-rings in, you don't want the tops here underneath. They have to be up slightly. 5 to 10 thousandths would be good. All right, when you're done putting them in, you probably want to clean them out again. Run some clean white cloths through them. Make sure they're still clean. I'm going to have to wipe these out before I put the pistons in. Pistons and rods. Still got to clean the rods up. I'll go get those out, clean them up, stick them on the pistons so we can get them things set in there. Hopefully I got my damn ring compressors in the truck toolbox there. Nobody's taking them out. Nobody meaning me, and left them somewhere. Pistons are installed on the rods. Rings are all set. Cylinders are clean. Clean the crank off. Oiled it down. Realized I forgot my damn ring compressors, so it's going to be tomorrow on installing pistons and rods, but they're ready to go in there. Just have to remember, try and find where I put my ring compressors at. I thought they were in the truck, but evidently I forgot them. Took them out, lost them, I don't know. I'll pick those up tomorrow, but we're pretty much ready to go here. Cylinders are all cleaned out. Everything's ready. They're all set. Head gasket surface is clean. Crank's clean. Won't be long now. We'll be ready to go. The second rings had dots on them. So the bevel face down with the dots up. Wrist pin clips are all good, ready to go. Wrist pins are lubed up. Now, before you put your wrist pins in, stick them in the rod. Make sure you don't have too much play on the small ends. On the wrist pin side, make sure they're not pinched up too tight. If they're too tight, you can get a small ball hone and just clean them out a little bit. Make sure they're still round a little bit. If not, you'd have to pull the bushings out if you got too much play and install new bushings and ream them out. Ours were fine. Big ends were fine. Small ends are fine. So regardless of that, I'll be trying to button up this bottom end tomorrow or Friday. It's Wednesday now, so don't know. Probably tomorrow. I got a couple more bikes to get out, but we'll see. I don't know if I'll get the bikes this week or not. It's kind of chilly out. All right. Thank you.